they changed the course actually, so you're not swimming directly into the sun anymore, which is a huge improvement because that used to be the biggest issue. And sighting is huge, especially at a place like the Res, where while it's flat water, the problem is the entire perimeter looks pretty much the same. It's all just rocks. So finding things to sight off of in the distance is one tip I would say. Definitely go down to the swim start either the morning of or the day before during packet pickup and just kind of look around, figure out what you can sight off of during the race. Definitely immovable objects. Boats are not necessarily a good idea because they may or may not be there. But look for, if I remember correctly, there's telephone poles off in the distance that work as a good sight. But just find sighting landmarks. And then the other tip I would say, at least for the race, would be pick your starting spot carefully. If you consider yourself, a fast swimmer and you're really comfortable in the water, don't be afraid to get up front and get in the middle and just get right after it. If you're not so comfortable in the water, or you struggle with, you get scared, claustrophobic, that kind of thing when there's lots of people in the water, because it certainly can be rough. Pick a spot that's more to the outside or to the back of the group, just to kind of give yourself a little more clear water. I guess the biggest advantage to swimming at the front is the water's always clear in front of you. So if you can get there, great, and if you can't, you just kind of make your own clear water. And as Joe and Ben have said, it's a long day, so definitely the swim is not make or break. It's by far the shortest part. So, don't be afraid to give up a few feet here and there to give yourself some clear room. There's nothing worse than having your goggles kicked off or taking a foot to the chest or something because you're trying to draft somebody really, really closely. So just take your time, stay comfortable. That's, in general, the biggest part of the swim is just being comfortable with where you are and what you're doing. And then I guess pacing yourself would also be important. It's the beginning of the day, everybody's super amped up, and you haven't done anything yet, so you're not tired at all. Don't go out too fast. The biggest mistake you see in the water is people that sprint the first 200 or 300, because in a pool, you can do that, and then you pop up and you hang out and then you do another interval. Well, now you got to swim another 1,500 meters. So just be careful about pacing yourself. Don't go out too hard. You're not going to win or lose the race probably in the water. So stay within yourself in the water, I guess would be my biggest advice.